Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Kurt on Cougs. I know it's been a minute, so this is kind of just going to be a catch up on everything that's been happening. First, a little update on me. If you're wondering why I might not be making as many videos, I'm working this summer for FSY as a counselor, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Of course, still locked in on the Cougs, and so yeah, let's dive right in. First of all, taking a look at how the season ended for BYU baseball and BYU softball. BYU baseball made the tournament, the Big 12 tournament that is, and managed to pull off an upset in the first round, beating 5th seed Arizona State. So that was pretty cool. Well, in the meantime, BYU women's softball ultimately made it to the quarterfinals, lost there, and then got snubbed. In my opinion, they really should have been in the NCAA tournament, but they weren't. And then for BYU track and field, had a couple big wins there. I believe one was Megan Hunter winning the 800. James Corrigan won the steeplechase, and I believe BYU as a team took second in both men's and women's. So another solid year for track. A lot of those runners are moving on to the NCAA finals, which will be happening sometime soon. So really excited to see how those go. In other news, let's see. BYU football recently signed another player of the transfer portal. From what I heard, Jackson Cravens from Boise State, defensive tackle, adding even more depth there. That's huge. I think I might have mentioned it earlier, but they also have gotten Justin Kirkland there as well. And of course, as we talked about before, Keanu Tanavasa. So in my opinion, they've done a whole lot. They've done a fantastic job strengthening up the defensive tackle spot. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. Also, I don't know, it's been a while since I made the last video, so I don't know everything I mentioned. But BYU signs the Bachmeyer brothers, Tiger and Bear. Tiger is one I could see contributing immediately, a wide receiver, and then Bear at quarterback. With some recent news that's been going on around Jake Retzlaff, it looks like, I don't know, his time might be coming soon. Of course, though, there would be a QB battle between him as well as, in my opinion, probably number 2 for me would be McKay Hillstead. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Hopefully Jake's able to play, but that's kind of just how everything works out. So that's what's happening with football. Diving into men's basketball now. A lot of exciting stuff has been happening. I don't think I've talked much about the transfer portal, so I'm going to dive into that. All the signings have been happening there. I believe the one I've already mentioned is Dominique Diamond. Really athletic player, really good. Kind of, in my opinion, kind of a Mawat Mag type guy, so really excited to see what he can do. Another one that was a big deal was Robert Wright. Kind of comes in at point guard out of Baylor. He was a big-time recruit out of high school. Great shooter, very much a scorer, can get to the hoop. I'm really excited to see what he can do in this system. Apparently he's played with AJ DeBonsta before, so that's good. Another big signing was Tyler Myris out of Idaho, and he's a very long 3-point threat. I don't know how to say that. Well, yeah, he's tall for a 3-point shooter, I guess you could say. Had a very good season this last year at Idaho, including a good game against BYU. So yeah, he has that size and then also can shoot the 3 well. Love to see that. Another one I'm really excited about is Kennard Davis. This dude is legit. Incredible athlete. Great shooter, amazing defender, and he's also pretty tall as well. I think he's like 6'6" or so. So he's a guy that could play a big part in guarding some of the tougher players BYU will go up against in conference play this year. And then last of all, I think, is Nate Pickens, a point guard out of UC Riverside, I think. So he'll be coming in as well. and in my opinion, he'd probably back up Robert Wright at the point guard spot. So overall, BYU killed it in the transfer portal. In most projections I've seen, they are ranked somewhere between 3rd and 7th nationally. So yeah, this team is really, really good. Super excited to see what they're going to do this next year. Yeah, just so much talent and hype's through the roof. And going along with that, BYU has also been going crazy, making an awesome schedule for this year. I think I might have already mentioned the season opener against Villanova down in Vegas. That one's exciting. They've also added games against UConn. That's a potential top 5 matchup in Boston. They will also be playing against Wisconsin at the Delta Center, a little rematch of this previous March Madness. Excited to see that. And they'll be playing Clemson in Madison Square Garden as part of the Jimmy V Classic. So, yeah, these are some huge, awesome games. Super excited for these. And this is really good for BYU. I feel like last year we saw kind of how having a weak non-conference schedule can hurt you. As BYU, potentially, I don't know, I feel like they probably would have been a 5 seed if they just played a tougher non-conference schedule this last year. But this year, schedule's very strong. Other games I'm hearing rumored to be added are games against Eastern Washington and Delaware. So those could be some fun games as well. Probably just games at the Marriott Center for both of those. I believe BYU still has a contract with Wyoming for a game up in Laramie. I think there's a decent chance they buy that out, though. Also, in exhibition games, they'll have exhibition games against Nebraska and North Carolina, arguably the most exciting exhibition slate BYU has ever had. Yeah, so a whole lot to look forward to. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. So let's go Cougs. See you next time.